Giving and gifts in the Basotho culture. Uh, this presentation, of course, depends on my understanding of the Basotho culture from the time I was born up to about 1998 or 1999. And by any means, by no means rather, do I assume that the Basotho culture is still where it was back then. So um, that's why I thought I should bring that in as part of the presentation. So when you offer somebody a gift, extend my um, cup, okay, like that. I accept the gift in my hands and I say kia leboha. Kia leboha. It means thank you. KEA altogether, space LEBOHA. Almost every Mosotho child learns this phrase about the same time they learn how to say hello, which is dumela, LUMELA. With this, I'm trying to say that saying thank you or grieving or giving gratitude is integral to the Basotho culture. So, um, I'm also going to talk about how this idea of giving or gifts played out in my experience in the United States and in Utah. I'm not going to go into the details, but rather I wanted to share with you the questions that this type of a human dynamic brought to my mind. And, I don't know if there's enough time to explore all the questions, but I will share a few to exemplify. So, if you give your neighbor a basin of flour or sugar, and this is your neighbor back in a village in Lesotho, let's say Dikwabi or Hamabote, just any village you can think of. Here's a gift. They take the basin with the contents, and then they may return the basin immediately. A few days later, they will clean the basin before they return it to you. And sometimes they might fill it in with something else, maybe produce, some type of produce. If it's the harvest season, they might send it off with, let's see, some peaches. Um, you might have some corn. Let's see, just anything you can think of. But the basin can also be returned empty. All of those returns are treated equally. You said thank you, and the giver understands your appreciation. Sometimes during the farming season, not the farming season, but the plowing season, you might send out your span of oxen to go out and help your neighbor. Why? It's not necessarily because they did something for you. It's because you feel your neighbor needs help and you're going to jump in to help. And some people think if they don't help, it's going to hail and that's going to destroy the crops. There's so many reasons why people could help. But most people don't immediately expect something in return. They may, or they could at the time I was there, but those were the rare exceptions. Um, I'm trying to think about another gift. Another gift is imagine you're walking down the street, not the street because we didn't really have streets at the time, just roads with no markings or no labeling. You just have to know where you're going. We used landmarks. So you see a man or a woman walking down the road, and you ask them, how far do you have to travel? They tell you, and you think, it's kind of getting dark. Maybe, you should stop by and stay with us for the night. The guest is welcome. You offer them a drink. You could offer them I was gonna say shower, but I don't want to say shower because at the time that I was there, shower is not a common thing. You can prepare a bath of warm water for them if they want to take a bath. Um, they join you for dinner, and you don't expect them to give you anything in return. So, fast forward, I come to America. There is a homeless man on the street. Um, you roll down your window, you give him $5. What do you expect from him in return? Another incident, a fundraiser online. Um, you give a $50, $100 donation. Somebody's going through a difficult situation. You offer your $50. What do you expect in return? Another incident. Um, Somebody's critically ill. They are bedridden. You come in to help them run errands and everything. You offer to help, or they ask you for help. You give them what they need. What do you expect them to give you in return? I've heard people say a lot of different things. Um, People will say, well, maybe you can buy them dinner. Um, you can buy them a small gift. You can buy them a card. And some people say just a word of thank you. Some people said you don't have to say anything. Some people want to receive a unique message in the mail or email. Some people expect a phone call. Um, but then all of these things, trying to bring these two worlds together, I found it very tricky at times for me. So I wonder, when you give me something, do you give? Are you giving me this particular object gift? Are you doing that because it makes you feel good to do so? And if it does, why do I have to buy you dinner in return? Number two, here is the gift. You gave me $5, and maybe I was gonna buy gas or something, and you expect me to buy a card. How much should it be? Another question I have is the gift you offered me, has it now become a burden for me now to look for money to buy you something in return for your gift? Because the $5 you gave me is in the tank. Another issue. You gave me a generous gift. Do you expect me to tell other people about it? Do you want me to tell other people about it? And if you do, will you say so? And if for any reason I don't, why would you ask that I do? You see, with this, what I'm thinking is, you are looking for your applause, and that's good, because you helped. Um, what I don't understand is, I find myself, here I am. I feel like I am a tool. I am a tool to your attaining your goal, the applause, and I'm a part of that transaction. by the mere acceptance of the gift. So I was really just a means to an end. Is that how it is? Um, I don't know. So in the end, you know, feeling straddled between these two cultures. When somebody says this is a gift, believe it or not, it just takes so much out of me. I have to look at it and expect it. I ask, do you expect me to do anything? Do I have to do anything in return? It's not easy. But I think that a gift really should be a gift. When you give somebody anything, in my understanding, you surrender all power. You surrender all authority you had on whatever item or the gift it is that you had prior to giving it. And for as long as these expectations still stand for me, you still own the gift. I sincerely think that true giving does not have any expectations. And or maybe I am missing something because I tend to. Because I know, like this is how I grew up saying thank you. But I'm looking at myself to say, if I'm expecting somebody to say thank you when I give them something, have I really, truly given this to them? Because even to expect a thank you for me means that I really haven't removed myself from the so-called gift. Anyway, I just thought I should share some of the, you know, intricacies that I find myself entangled in or entangled with, as somebody coming from a different culture. And I will share another video that's kind of similar. And I hope it's shorter. Thank you for listening.